it's truly a multivalent, multidimensional piece for me. Every time I think about it or watch parts of it again, as I just did, I am so astonished by what you've accomplished with no footage and with something so personal to you that you've been able to step outside of only enough to be able to share something about it, and then to step back into it enough to communicate something purely visceral to us so that we can also be immersed in it. And that dynamic I find so extraordinary in this movie, that there's your direct address and then there's your narration. So we're both outside and inside.
Yeah.
And that dynamic unlocks something exquisite. Thank you. I mean, I love this film so much. I just want to say that right now.
Thank you, Caroline. I certainly didn't get here by myself, I'm sure. And that there are many people you saw in the credits who helped to make this incredible film what it is. And, they worked as long and as hard as I did. And, the whole thing of stepping inside and outside of myself as a character and a director, part of the narration is just because I had a really disciplined writing process over the time that it took to make the film.
Tell us about writing this.
What
were you writing?
It was a production journal. So there would be some days where I would, just write, I really don't want to fucking make this film. I'm going to stop tomorrow.
I like that.
I literally would that's sometimes I would just write that. And sometimes I would write this line of words as a hammer. And it was the process of maintaining this production journal over such a span of time that led to, for example, you were lying on the ground, or you stumble out of the garage, and into the yard where you fall. That's from my production journal. That's me addressing William through a writing process, saying things to him in the process of making the film that I was not able to say to him in life. Right? So it was also this sort of place where I went to sort of put my internal thought process on paper. And then when we revisited that, it was really obvious that I had already written the narration.
That was the narration, and that was written in the present tense.
Yes, it was written in the present. It was written in the present tense as a direct address to him. Everything is, when I talk to William in the film, I'm actually talking to him.
You're kind of removing the stricture of time, actually, through that writing process.
Exactly. There's so many different nows in the film, right? There's the now of the black void. There's the now of the direct address. There's the now of the narration. There's the now of each interview. At a certain point, the end result of that is that it all becomes now. It all becomes past. It all becomes present. It all becomes, unfortunately, future.